All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rachakodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and 1/3. The Lord's will this video be edifying and exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Ha Rachakodash. And as the title reads, Babylon the Not So Great. All right, just give me a moment. All right, just want to make sure the audio and video is good so we can start this lesson. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's go here and let's go right here. So this is the reason through the spirit why I titled it Babylon the Not So Great. Okay, because in these last days we are witnessing the crumbling, okay, of Esau Edom's his main horse, his money pot. All right, this pastry dish. All right, Babylon is now looking weak in the sight of these nations. Okay, in so much that even the U.S. Media, all right, they did an article, and this is the title. It says, U.S. military rated as weak. So they did a rating. Okay, they rated it. Oh, you've been found wanted. Okay, many tickle. You see, in these last days, you are seeing now prophecy unfolding. Okay, the scriptures speak about the Babylon the Great, okay, being cut asunder. All right, there's many scriptures that talk about this, and actually, what I want to do is I want to read into Jeremiah 50. Okay, and I'm not going to make this too long. All right, I'm actually going to read a little bit into the article today, but let's go down to 22, and then we'll read the article. This is Jeremiah 50 and 22, prophetic. This is prophetic, okay? It says, a sound of battle is in the land and of a great destruction, So, you have the term, you have won the battle, but you haven't won the war. Well, that's what's been going on for quite some time is Babylon has been able to win the battles, but what they fail to realize, let's get that, Rev 11 and 14, they will not win the war. All right, Revelations 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So right here, all right, you can say, let's look that term up. You may have won, I actually put won the battle. Ooh, but I will win the war. Let's see. Just curious. Let's put meaning. All right. Yeah, meaning. I just want to give me a little Google meaning. Let's see. It says, in short, we can say that he won the battle but lost the war. Winning a battle but losing the war is a military mental model that refers to achieving a minor victory that ultimately results in a larger defeat, rendering the victor empty and hollow, right? Vain. Okay, so now in these last days, what you're witnessing is the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. So Esau Edom has been allowed to win these battles. He's been allowed to go into Kuwait, Desert Storm, Iraq, all these places. I remember growing up, all these watching on the news. These veterans, they went here, they went there. Yeah, you may have won those battles, but what's coming down the pike, okay, in these last days is a major woe, okay, a third woe that is prophesied for you to lose. So it was vain for you to give everything you had for these skirmishes, these little battles, and these little moments of victory. But on a larger scale, you are going to suffer the greatest defeat. So you may have won the battle, but you will ultimately lose the war. This is Job 20 and 4. It says, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short? See, so they've had time to triumph. They triumphed, over Gad. They triumphed over Ishmael. The so-called Arabs, right? They've triumphed. Okay, you see, they've had moments where they triumphed. All right, but in the end, the victor is going to go to the Lord. Okay. And it says that the triumphing of the wicked is short and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Right. And real quick, let's look at some of these, even in the crafty counsel. It's just on my spirit to grab it real quick. Even when you look at the crafty counsel, the people that are in league with Esau, okay, the people that are in league with Esau, see Ishmael, all right, all these people that were in league, Esau had battles with them, okay. When you look, if you're familiar with this, look, Ishmael's the head. He's had battles with Ishmael, Moab, Ham, Ammon, all right, the battle to get Amalek in the land. He's had Philistine. You know, there's so many small battles that Esau has been able to triumph in. But in the end days, the most important one, he's going to lose. Okay, so I wanted to make that point. Now let's jump in a little into this. So I find that beautiful. Now you're rated as weak. Is this the man? You know, is this the man? Doesn't the scripture say that? Is this the man that shook kingdoms? You know, that's what's going to be said to him in the last days. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can snag that real quick. I believe is it Isaiah 13? No, it's Isaiah 14. Yes, it is Isaiah 14. Let's see real quick. I want to hold that one on deck. So what I want to do real quick, let's do another Google. I like having that one up. So let's go. I think it's Isaiah 14. But there is some good points in Isaiah 14 we could grab too. Is this the man that shook kingdoms? Just real fast, bear with me. I don't got nothing written down. Just got this article sent. Yep, I knew it was Isaiah 14. Just got this article sent. So I do want to touch on it, but everything is based off the scriptures though. Okay, so what we'll do is let's have it right here, Isaiah 14. So I want to read Isaiah 14 and 12 on down, and I want to go into Jeremiah 50, 22 on down. So let's go into this, and then we'll kind of bounce off those because those are both two prophetic chapters. So I'll read this again. U.S. military rated as weak may not be able to win one war as tensions grow with China and Russia. See? It says Washington, the U.S. military may not be able to win one war, let alone two. Well, what about World War III? It says as the Pentagon struggles to keep its forces equipped, it says it struggles. Why is the hammer of the earth struggling? Is it because they put too much energy in the battles and not the war? Did pride deceive you? See, what's happening in these last days is the Lord is showing what happens when you try to strive with Yahweh Shemel Shai. Okay, that's what's happening. You try to fight against Yahweh Shemel Shai, and you're finding out. All right, it's a losing battle and a losing war. This is Jeremiah 50 and 22. A sound of battle is in the land. And what does that mean? What does that mean to us on a day-to-day? Meaning you're hearing about what? As it was told to us in Matthew 24. Wars and rumors of war, okay, where the media has to make mention of these things. They can't they can't just brush it under the rug and give you a Easter parade. No, you are now being forced to speak about these things. Okay, so we can hear that a sound of battle is in the land, but guess what? Every battle, okay, is with confused noise, but this battle will be with flame, a fuel of fire. Okay, this is why it says and of great destruction, because ultimately the battle will lead to war, which will be a world war, which will be then the fulfillment of the prophecy of the thermonuclear. Okay, and remember, before the ultimate great destruction takes place, there has to be a mandatory marking. Okay, so a mandatory marking is going to take place. A Great Depression, collapse of the dollar. All right, new currency being formed, a new way of living and buying and selling will take place in the midst. All right, and ultimately, that's Edom's attempt of his NWO. It says, "How is the hammer of the earth cut asunder?" What's the hammer of the earth? Babylon. Babylon is the OCD of the earth, if you will, where it's got to go through and correct everything, even though it's not that broken, but we got to go in and democratize it. We got to fix this. You need to be fixed. They go over and try to take Ishmael's turban off and put a suit and tie on him. Because Esau's been the hammer. He's been the one knocking everything into place. Okay, with his military, with his petrodollar. All right, and it says, "How is the hammer of the earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations?" So how is this going to happen? It's going to happen through the third war with multiple nations being involved. Hence why it's called a world war, because in a world war, you have countries throughout the world that will be partaking in war, just like World War I and World War II. World War I and World War II were mainly fought with who? European countries, all right? British, French, Russian, German, Poland, Babylon, pretty much the whore and the beast. And then they would go throughout places like Saudi Arabia, Elam land, Ham land, even down as far as South America. They were involved in things. And this is why you see in the last days Russia linking up with South America, because in a world war, dominance is key. Okay, in world war, when you look on a map, dominance is the key, because you can cut off ports, you can pretty much strangle your enemy's resources from them. All right, this is why Germany ultimately lost in the second wars, because I believe it was the British and Babylon, or British and French. They pretty much blocked off a major port, so they couldn't get anything in. So this is a very big deal that they're being rated as weak in the eyes of the nations, because I have to grab this now. I actually have to grab this. There's no other way. So let's go to Joel 3. So while Babylon is being referred as weak, right? Real quick. Where is it? Let me grab this real quick. It's probably right in my face. I can't even see it. Just give me a moment. Man, where is that? Let's just put it in right here. Joel 3 and 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So look at that. Our whole life, we've always heard that Babylon the Great. That's why through the Spirit I title it Babylon the Not So Great, because we've always heard Babylon the Great, Babylon the Strong, the Few, the Proud, right? Now, in the last days, the Babylon is being quoted as weak. And we know now, according to prophecy, now the weak, according to the other nations, are saying that they're strong. Look at that. Babylon the Not So Great is being called weak, while the rest of the nations that always been referred to as weak are now being declared as strong. China, Russia. You see? What's it say? You mean they didn't make it right? Right. It wasn't made great again. Right. Exactly. So let's continue on. Okay. Good news for us. Bad news for them. Okay. So where are we at here? All right. So I'll read a little bit more to this, and then I'll jump back into the article unless something else come to me. It says, Jeremiah 15:24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. See, they're not aware. The careless city, all right? They're not aware, okay? Because the Lord has blinders on them, just like portions of our people. Remember the prophecy in the book of, Isaiah 6, where the Lord sent angels out to blind the eyes of our own people. So how much more these people? How much more these people that have been laden in gross darkness, laden in pride and flesh and lust and iniquity? These people, they are set up to be blind. How can the prophecy be fulfilled of Yahushua coming as a thief to these people? Meaning unexpectedly. And things happen unexpectedly when you are not set up in your mind to be looking for them. They don't have a sense of paranoia, okay? They have a sense of pride that is so thick in them that they don't even feel that they need to do anything. No, you got it. Look at the women here, okay? They're half naked. All right. They were in a recession, but they're still expecting men to take them out and just flaunt them around. They're through. They have no idea what's going on. And that is a war tactic that the Lord is doing to these people. He's keeping them so drunk and so oblivious to reality that when it smacks them in the face, that will be the greater repercussion for their actions. And it says, thou art found, right? Thou art weighed, okay? Like Daniel, thou art wanted, all right? Many, many tickle. The writing is on the wall for Babylon, in so much that Babylon is writing it to us. Look, it's on the wall of our screen right here, okay? These are things that we say, but now Babylon is saying it. How great is that? Even Babylon is saying it, okay? You may have won the war, but you will lose, or you may have won the battle, but you will lose the war. It says, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against Yahweh Shemel Shai. See, it's so you say, well, why does why would God want? Well, I thought God blessed America. Why would he want? Because look what you've done to his people. While you dance and parade and picnic and laugh and celebrate, you've stolen, raped, murdered, robbed, and have kept his people underfoot. Okay. It says the Lord has opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. And that's what's going to take place. A great, utter destruction. Okay. A great, utter destruction. And immediately you will see this place fall. And I'm going to get that in Isaiah. But real quick, let's touch on a little bit more. It says, as the Pentagon struggles to keep its forces equipped against potential threats from China and Russia, according to new report. Let me read this in code against Moab and Magog, right? According to new report, Babylonian military strength. It says years of understanding and poorly defined priorities has led the military to become weak. Exactly, because your pride. Let's jump down. This is a goodie. But let's jump down. 31, Jeremiah 50 and 31. Look at what it said. It says the priorities weren't together because you were partying and bullshitting. You, Babylon, all those battles that the Lord allowed Babylon to win, what it did was it made you soft. It made you weak. It made you think that you didn't need to keep this gun-ho, roughneck spirit on you. So now you push these rights for this and that. You brothers know, you sisters know, right? They pushed all these rights for the inhabitants of Lot City, and now all these demons are on them. And now it's I can be this and I can be that, right? Now you've weakened your hammer. Okay, your hammer is now weakened. You see? Now check this out. And that's all through pride. It says, Jeremiah 50 and 31, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith the Lord, power of hosts. For thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. See that? See? So that proud spirit actually has weakened you. Okay, that pride has brought you to the lowest level that you could be. You see, before a fall. All right, you've been given body blows, and you didn't even realize it. You've been made fat. Okay, you're no longer in shape anymore. All right, it's like a prize fighter who beats up on everybody. But then the most important fight for your legacy, you didn't realize was coming, and you're going to lose that one. Okay. And it says weak. It says the military to become weak relative to the force needed to defend national interests on the global stage. The Conservative Heritage Foundation said in its annual index of Babylon military strength, the current Babylon military force is at significant risk of not being able to meet the demand of a single major regional conflict. Wow. Call law Yahweh Shemel Shai. So that means they're letting it know we won't even be able to stop them. Okay. And remember, it tells you in Ezekiel the prophecy, well, they are going to come to the unwalled villages. See, Babylon is an unwalled land. All right. It's just filled with flesh and lust and twerking and partying and drinking and out of shape. Okay, out of shape and overworked people. All right. Here's a great example. See, this is the results of Babylon: overuse of the body, overweight, out of shape. And then he gives you this. Nobody's like this here. Okay. Nobody's like this really here. You see, and that's what's happening as reality is setting in. Reality is setting in on Babylon. Okay. And in these last days, we are seeing it crumble right before our eyes. And this is beautiful. Let's read a little bit of this. This is Isaiah 14 and 12. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, O light bearer? Lucifer just means light bearer. Okay. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, when you go into this word Lucifer, let's see. When you go into the word Lucifer, yep, right here, look. It also means what? King of Babylon. Okay. Where are we in? We're in Babylon. What's a king? A modern day king would be your president. Who's your president? You all know. The one that's trying to bide time, right? So how are you falling so quickly? Like he fell off the bike, like he fell up the stairs, like he fell asleep. Excuse me. Sorry for that. It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, rulership, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground? How? Because you got these cutthroat nations that have been just waiting for their get back. All these nations that are going to be in this world war have once upon a time lost a battle to Babylon. So what happens when one loses a battle? They want their get back, and they're training harder than ever. Okay, it's not going to be like a Rocky movie. In the Rocky movie, Rocky's just, hey, yo, Adrian. He's kind of dullard, and then his biggest fight, he's Mr. T's training and shit and doing pull-ups on 2x4s, just getting cut and ready, But in this fight, you will not prevail. In this fight, you will be beaten and pummeled, but you will not have, a overright hand that is just a miracle punch. No, not in this one. Okay, this will not be a Disney ending for you. Okay, you will not be able to ride off in the sunset, and you will not live happily ever after this one. Okay, Babylon has fed these people with lies long enough. No, now it's time for reality. All right. The real reality where Moab is ready. All right. Gog is ready. Ishmael is ready. They're all ready. Elam, they're ready. Okay. They're ready. Okay. And it says, how art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? But in so much weakening the nations, you yourself has become weak, while the weak has become strong. You see the balance in that? You see the balance in that? How did you weaken the nations, but now you're weak? Even your leadership is weak, Even your leadership is weak. And it says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. But remember, why is the Lord doing this? Because you wanted to strive against the Lord. See? Because thou hast striven against the Lord, since you wanted to be like me. Well, hey, let's go fist to cuff. And this is why the prophecy says that there will be a war in heaven. A sky battle is coming, and you will lose miserably. Okay? And then let's keep going. It says, yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that bombed us, that threatened us, that sanctioned us, that forced us, that hammered us to their culture, that Americanized us? Is this the man? Is this him that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? See, all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But thou art cast out thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a remnant, those that are slain, thus thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden underfoot. This is what Babylon is going to be referred to. You're going to be referred to as a grave cast out as an abominable branch. You're going to be referred to as a carcass trodden underfoot, okay? Untouchable. See? Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and thy slain people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. There you go. See? So what's taking place? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. All those battles, all those things that the forefathers have done to put Esau and Babylon in the position it's at today. Now his children, his offspring, are going to have to suffer for what they have done, because there's this new influx, there's this new push of peace and universalism, and no war. I just want to be by. No. Do you know what it took for you to call yourself that? Do you know what your forefathers had to do for your little soft ass to be prancing around with a rainbow on now? Now take your ass to war, man. Excuse me. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. See that? For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and son and nephew, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. See that? Great judgment is coming. So how beautiful it is to read articles like this, okay? The current Babylon military force is a significant risk of not being able to meet the demand of a single major regional conflict, the report says, which is ultimately going to lead to what? Nuclear. The force would probably not be able to do more the force would probably not be able to do more, and is certainly ill-equipped to handle two nearly simultaneous major conflict. Meaning, that's why it says camp round about her. Now let's get that. Camp round about her. Where is that at? Give me a moment. Let me get it together now. Right here. No, it's coming. Right here. Jeremiah 15:29. Call together the archers against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, all hands on deck. The siren, all hands on deck. Look, camp against it round about. What did it say? The force would probably not be able to do more, and is certainly ill-equipped to handle two nearly simultaneous, meaning if we are surrounded, that's it, we're done. See? At the same time, the possibility of two front fighting has increased as Gog continues to wage war on Esau, and Moab grows increasingly aggressive in the Pacific. See that? So they're letting you know we're not ready. You're not ready, but it doesn't matter that you're not ready. You're going to have to drink this cup. Since thou is not hated blood, you ain't hate battles. Ooh, check this out. Across the service, a report rated only the Marine Corps as strong. In the think tank's assessment of force capacity, capable, and readiness, while the Army achieved a marginal rating, the Space Force and Navy were labeled weak, and the Air Force bottomed out at very weak. I'll drink to that one. Call halal Yahweh Bashem Shai. Hey, relish in these moments, brothers and you sisters. Relish. Thank Yahweh Bashem Shai, man. F this place, your financial woes, your mental battles. F that, man. F that. Do not allow that to cloud the prophecies unfolding like a beautiful flower before our eyes. Thank you, Yahweh Bashem El Shai. This is Revelations 12. And out of respect for Yahweh Bashem El Shai and prophecy, I have to snag that. And I'll end it there. This is Revelations 12:7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. See, there was a war. A war took place in heaven. Now, I want to see, let's look at the translations real quick. But In heaven, in heaven, in heaven. Okay. Now let me look in the blue letter. Okay, see right here. H and V. There was war in the sky. Mayaka'ala and his angels made war on the dragon, and the dragon and his angels made war. And guess what? Esau has some of his fighter jets called Blue Angels, okay, in the sky. And I'll show you that real quick. Look, real fast. Let me end it. I don't make Blue Angels. Blue Angel. What is a Blue Angel air show? U.S. Navy Blue Angels, but the Bible says that the dragon is his angels. There you go. The war in the sky, the great sky battle. And they just made an assessment and said, even if we fought in the sky, we would lose. And that's what the Bible is telling us. So look, this article is basically breaking down what we already know in prophecy. See, so let me make sure that I read everything, so I don't want to end the lesson without finishing the scriptures. Okay, so I read that. Let me finish this. Jeremiah 15:29, call together the archers against Babylon, all military ICBM capability nations against Babylon. All ye that bend the bow, all ye that have warheads, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense, pay her back. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she has done. Do unto her, for she has been proud against Yahweh Shemel Shai, against the Holy One of Yasharallah. Call Halal Yahweh Shemel Shai. See that? So the end game, the end of it all, the end of prophecy will be the destruction of Babylon. And we're witnessing it. You see that? So Babylon, the not so great. All right. So Lord's will, you brothers and you few sincere sisters, you were edified. You know, you were comforted as I was in this lesson. And I would like to say, Call Halal, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace, safety, and salutations to the Lord's elect. With that being said, Shalom.